Numbers don't lie, and neither should your financial health. While we often hear this phrase in a variety of contexts, it rings especially true when assessing the state of your personal finances. Imagine you could pull up an annual report that accurately shows you where you stand financially. Would it highlight success or expose glaring weaknesses? Too many of us live life ignoring the numbers, hoping that somehow everything will work out. Yet, the harsh reality is that your financial life is governed by hard facts and clear metrics. Just like a business assesses its performance through key metrics, your personal life is also defined by a few critical numbers. These numbers don't lie. They show you where you stand, what changes need to be made, and how you can start making better decisions. Now, let's walk through the 5 key financial metrics that tell the story of your life and reveal whether you're an investor in your future or still stuck as a consumer living paycheck to paycheck. Total value generated, TVG. This is your offense in the wealth building game. Your total value generated, TVG, refers to the value you've created throughout the year, whether through your job, business, investments, or any income-generating assets you hold. This isn't just about salary. It includes returns from investments, side hustles, and any profits you make from selling goods or services. For example, if you work as a freelance photographer, your total value generated could include the income from clients, plus any money you made from selling your photos to stock agencies. If you generated $50,000 from clients and earned an additional $10,000 in passive income from selling your photos online, your TVG would be TVG. Freelance income, $50,000, plus passive income, $10,000, $60,000. The key takeaway here: the more you generate, whether through active work or passive means, the more room you have to grow. Total spending, TS. Next, we have your total spending, TS, the flip side of the equation. This includes all your expenses for the year, from rent or mortgage payments to utilities, food, transportation, and any luxuries you may indulge in. The key here is understanding whether your spending is under control or spiraling out of control. If, in a given year, your living expenses total $40,000, and you took out a $30,000 loan to buy a new car, your total spending would look like this. TS. And living expenses, $40,000. Plus car loan, $30,000. $70,000. If this number keeps growing without any increase in your income, it signals an urgent problem. You're likely consuming more than you can afford. Net contribution to your future, NCF. Now, we come to your net contribution to your future, NCF, which is essentially the gap between what you produce, TVG, and what you consume, TS. Are you creating more value than you're spending, or is the balance tipping the other way? For instance, if your total value generated is $60,000 and your total spending is $70,000, you're going into the negative, NCF. TVG, $60,000. TS, $70,000. $10,000. If this number is negative, it means you're living beyond your means, consuming more than you're producing, which over time can lead to financial problems like debt accumulation and a lack of savings. Wealth accumulation, WA. Your wealth accumulation, WA, is the long-term result of the above numbers. This includes your assets, real estate, investments, savings, minus your liabilities, debts, loans, credit card balances. This metric is the key indicator of whether you're building wealth or not. If you've been creating value through investments, side gigs, or your primary job, and keeping spending under control, your wealth accumulation will show a positive balance. For instance, if you've accumulated $100,000 in assets, but owe $50,000 on loans, your wealth accumulation is WA. Assets, $100,000. Liabilities, $50,000. 50,000. Wealth accumulation is essential for securing your future, but it takes time and consistent effort. A negative wealth accumulation, however, is a red flag. You could be on a path toward financial instability if you don't change course. Self-improvement and skills development, SISD. The final metric is about growth, not just financially, but personally and professionally. Self-improvement and skills development, SISD, is about how much time and money you invest in developing your skills and knowledge. This includes education, training, courses, and even reading books that expand your understanding of the world. For example, if you spend $2,000 this year on online courses to improve your digital marketing skills, you're investing in your future earnings. The ROI on this investment will be a future that's better equipped to handle changes in the job market, or even the opportunity to shift careers if needed. Think of SISD as the fuel for your future. Without it, you risk staying stuck in your current situation, while others move ahead and grow. Companies that don't invest in R&D, research and development, eventually become obsolete. And the same goes for people who stop learning and improving. The numbers don't lie, but you can change them. By looking at these 5 key metrics: total value generated, TVG, total spending, TS, net contribution to your future, NCF, wealth accumulation, WA, and self-improvement and skills development, SISD. You can easily assess where you stand in your financial life. These numbers don't lie, but they're also not set in stone. They can be changed with effort, discipline, and a strategic approach to life. If your NCF is negative, it's time to look at ways to reduce spending, generate more value, and start building wealth. If your wealth accumulation isn't growing, it's time to make smarter investments and improve your financial literacy. If your SISD is lacking, it's time to commit to lifelong learning and personal growth. Your life's financial report is a reflection of how you've been managing your resources. The good news is that with a shift in mindset and action, you can create a new report, one that reflects team producer, not team consumer. Start with the numbers, face the truth, and then take charge of your future. You have the power to change your financial life, and the first step is simply being honest with the numbers. The math will never lie. Now, it's time for you to act on it.